Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I want to talk with you guys about my Hashimoto's disease. It's a little bit of a quick update. I just got my lab results back and I'd like to walk you through what it looks like on the Paloma Health app when you get your lab results back. We're going to go through my labs and I'm going to show you all the information that you get. So if you're interested in learning about this and seeing it for yourself, then stick around and I'll make sure it's pretty quick, but a good update. All right, guys, so we're going to get into the app in just a second and we're going to walk through all of my lab results. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that if you're new and you haven't seen my other videos, you have a little context. So I have Hashimoto's disease. It's an autoimmune hypothyroid disease, and I've had that now for over 15 years. I started with Graves' disease, which is a hyperthyroid disease, and over a number of years of trying to deal with that, it sort of morphed into hypothyroid Hashimoto's. Pretty rare, but it can happen. My Hashimoto's has been stable for 15 plus years. I have had the same dose of Synthroid and everything has been fine. And so when we moved last year, we moved about an hour and 20 minutes away from my endocrinologist. So when my medication was starting to get low, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get my prescription renewed. I don't have a doctor out here right now, and I really didn't want to try to find a doctor for what I thought was just going to be some routine lab work and a prescription renewal. So I looked online to see if there was any telemedicine that I could take advantage of to just get that prescription renewed. I found Paloma Health in my research. What's really cool about them is that they specialize in hypothyroid disease, whether it's Hashimoto's or some other reason why you might be hypothyroid. That's their specialty. And they have so much education at their website. They have a symptom tracker. They have tons of articles. They have videos. They actually have a dietitian on staff who can help work with you on your diet. So many things. And so I decided to get my labs done. This was back last November. And I really honestly just thought they would come back normal and I'd get my prescription renewed. Well, I'm going to show you here in just a sec my labs. They were nothing close to normal. And it actually explains a lot about what I've been going through. Anyway, so I had my labs done, and at that point I thought, okay, I've really got to figure this out. So since November, I've learned a lot about Paloma. I've had a doctor appointment with one of their doctors through a Zoom meeting. I have another one this Friday, which is why I just got my labs done again. She had adjusted my dose when I met with her a few months ago. And let's go take a look at my labs and you'll see how it's going. All right, everyone, here is my dashboard on the Paloma app. So as you can see, I have had 3 different blood tests done with them. Back in November was the first time, and that was right about the time I discovered Paloma and was very, very interested in what they had to offer. So I purchased the blood spot test and I had my test done. And really, I thought I was going to be in the normal range. I had no reason to think it was my thyroid that was causing all of my terrible joint issues and muscle issues and just all the symptoms I was having. I really only just went with them so that I could get my prescription renewed, since now I live so far away from the doctor I had been using all these years. Well, much to my surprise, here were my results, and as you can see, most of them are normal. The TPO I had never heard of before. That is very high, but it will probably always be very high for me. Because I have autoimmune thyroid disease, this is what indicates that my thyroid issues are autoimmune. This will explain this a little bit to you if you were curious, and you can see here that there's lots of information in here. So that's not the number I'm concerned about though. It is the TSH that I'm concerned about. Back in November, I was 19.4. You can see by this chart, 0.5 to 4.7 is the normal range. And if you look through this, you can see it explains what the TSH is. It tells you what a high level indicates, and then it shows the trends, because I now have trends because I've used them a few times now. There's also some more education that you can go and attend. It's so wonderful. All right, so that was November. Let's go back to the list. And in May, I had it tested again because in November and prior, I was being a very, very bad patient and I was not taking my medication as I should. Thyroid medication has to be taken every single day. I had gotten extremely lazy and maybe was taking it a couple times a week. So I really thought that's probably why my numbers were off. So I got very, very diligent and I started taking it every single day. And so that was for 6 months. In May, I had my test done again. Here they are. This time I didn't choose to add on the vitamin D or the other one. So there's only the 4 that are their standard. And you can see my TPO is up a little bit, which again, that's probably never going to be normal because of the fact that I have autoimmune thyroid disease. But here is my TSH. So it came down quite a bit, but it was still very, very elevated. So at this point, I decided I wanted to see a Paloma doctor. And so I made an appointment with a Paloma doctor and I had a Zoom call with her. The beautiful thing is you can do this from anywhere and they can help you and you can do it in your own home. It's just fantastic. So the doctor adjusted my medication and I've been diligently taking that for the last couple of months. It can take 6 to 8 weeks to really see the results of a med adjustment when it comes to the thyroid. Well, my tests were just released today, and I know today is not July 11th, but it takes, a few days, 5 days or so to get the results. Look at that, you guys. Everything is in the normal range, except for the TPO, which, like I said, will always be elevated. But look at my TSH. We've almost overshot the goal at this point. Now, I know for me, I feel better when my TSH is on the low end of normal because I've had thyroid issues for 21 years. I've learned a lot about at least where my body feels good if I know what the levels are. So what does this tell me? Number one, we're going to have to keep watching this because she may need to adjust my dose again if I continue to drop. But number two, my hope is that now that I'm in the normal range, I will start to feel better. I can't wait to find out if that is going to be the case or not. I hope you found that interesting. I know for a lot of people this is a bit too much and overkill, but if you're struggling with health issues or you have thyroid issues, the whole purpose of this is to help people who don't know this information and just don't know where to turn. I have my follow-up appointment with my Paloma doctor on Friday, so in 4 days, we'll go over these labs and we'll talk about next steps. I am so grateful that this is an option for me. It would have been very, very difficult with how horrible I was feeling to try to find a new doctor, and you never know what you're going to get the first time you go to a doctor. And this way, I was able to do everything from my own home, no matter how I was feeling. And the Paloma docs this is their thing. This is all they focus on is hypothyroid issues. They don't do any other things. So you're getting someone who really knows what they're talking about. This isn't an add-on to something else that maybe someone's interested in. And I know that they're open to different types of medications, to different types of treatments. And that is very important to me. I'd like to be a partner in my healthcare, not dictated to on the only options that are available to me. So that's my update right now. As far as my health goes, I'm not sure if I'm really seeing a lot of improvement. Actually, let me take that back. My energy levels are absolutely better. I am filming this right now at like 10 or 9:45 at night. Normally, I would have been dead in bed by now. And so I really have a lot more energy. I'm able to handle kind of the day-to-day a lot better. My mornings are still really rough. My joint pain and everything is really bad still in the morning. I do think I'm seeing some improvement though. So I can't wait to see what else happens, and I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget, I have that $30 coupon for you. It will get you $30 off the blood test. I will put the information in the description of this video so you can take advantage of that if you'd like to see where your thyroid levels are. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.